listening to that voice inside of yourself, inside of you, that's trying to answer this question that I have as the title of this video. Is keyboard musician wrong? Am I wrong? Well, let's break it down. And I want to start with this. Since a lot of people think that I'm wrong, then I need to issue an apology to Tariq Nasheed, and I need to issue an apology to everybody that I've ever went against, everybody that I have ever had a discussion about inside any one of these videos. So I would start with Tariq Nasheed and by saying, hey, listen, man, I'm sorry. I apologize for all the things that I said about you. Clearly, I'm wrong because you are doing so much for our society. As a matter of fact, you are doing so much for us that anybody that's a part of our society, any member of our society, can count the number of things and call them out that you have already did for us. We can clearly see the progress. So I don't know why I didn't say that we couldn't see any progress, because clearly everybody that is against me, they can see this progress. Now, I have yet to see it, but they're calling me wrong, so I'll just admit, yeah, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That would sound very idiotic, because what am I wrong about? In order to prove me wrong and say keyboard musician is 100% wrong, because we have this evidence to show. We have this tangible evidence to show. We can call out a number of things that he can be accredited for that changed our society for the better. The people that ride with him would have been wrote inside any comment section on any video how many things that he has accomplished and what those things are. But you know why they haven't? Because there is no accomplishments to be had. There is none to be written down in anyone's comment section. You see, they only hate me because I'm right. I'm absolutely correct. And this is what they hate. That I have decided to call these things out and I'm 100% correct. And now people are starting to see it clearly as well. See, they expose themselves, ladies and gentlemen. There are a number of people that's against me that's trying their best to have you not listen to me, because they are one of the ones that's monetizing. And they know that I'm affecting people and their decisions as to when it comes to giving them money. So notice the people that's against me are the same people that's monetizing. YouTubers like this ignorant ass nigga, what's his name? SupaSly75. He decided to create a video about me. And the first thing that he said that I was wrong about is the fact that they deserve to get paid by monetizing, because they take up their time, and therefore by taking up their time, they should get paid for their time. Let me offer this example that will totally destroy him. Okay, let me offer this, and I want you to really listen to this now. If you are against drugs and alcohol, okay, you're strongly against drugs and alcohol, and you have a YouTube page that's dedicated to being against drugs and alcohol, but you monetize and every commercial, every ad that's played on your material, even before they can see your material, they see this material, is, guess what? Ads trying to sell your audience drugs and alcohol. Now, do you think that's right? No. I can answer that for you, because common sense tells you and me and anybody else with common sense that's wrong. And no one would do it unless they were willing to bend, because it's all about money. And they will try to find any excuse and say, well, this is strictly for the people that want to involve themselves in buying this. I mean, it just happens to be on my page. It just happens to be on my channel on every video. Okay, I understand I'm going against drugs and alcohol, and I'm allowing this to be sold on my page, my channel. I mean, it's not for the audience members that's against it with me. It's for the people that's listening that have no intention on stopping drinking and stopping the drugs. You see how idiotic that sounds? If you care enough about the people, then why would you have something that you claim to be against being sold to them at the same time on the same fucking video? You see how much of a contradiction that is? So SupaSly75, you embarrassed yourself trying to talk about me. You expose your own self. Because I noticed you monetize, of course. Anybody that claimed to prove me wrong or can prove me wrong, just so happened they monetize, okay? And as I said just a few minutes ago, the reason that they decide to go against me because they're noticing that I'm affecting a lot more people than when I first started. I first started, it was a handful. Then it graduated to in the hundreds, and now it's in the thousands. And now it's starting to affect some of their audience members. So of course they want to go against me. Of course they want to silence me, because that means, by silencing me, that means their money continues. But if I continue unscathed, then what happens? Their money is affected. The people start to back up and say, wait a minute, I understand now. Let me not help them make money off monetizing. And let me stop giving them donations directly, because it makes no sense. You claim to be for the people, but then you want to involve this money. And it's a thin line between greed and the love for the people. I mean, they cannot coexist. I'm sorry, they cannot. They cannot, absolutely cannot coexist. You want the money. This is why you hear YouTubers say the same thing that Willie D said on his channel when AdSense was affected. Remember what he said? If you don't give me a certain amount of money, I'll terminate my own channel. So then it makes no sense for him to hire a lawyer and try to fight for his channel to be restored when he himself was willing to terminate it because the people wouldn't give him a certain amount of money. So that proved to everybody that heard him say that it was about the money and not about the people. Because how can you have something like that come out of your mouth if you are for the people? That's why they don't want you to hear me, because I point out the truth. I don't try to sweep it under the rug. I don't try to add to it or take away from it to try and soften it up or try to make it sound like something that it isn't. This is the truth. And you will always get the truth over here. And that's why they don't want you to hear me. Their money is starting to be affected because the people are turning away from them. Slowly but surely. It's always going to be one or two that will always give them $5 or $10. I mean, you can't stop everyone. I mean, that would be very idiotic to think that you could. But you could stop enough that it would really, really affect them financially. And they know this because it's already happening right now. This is why every last one of them are attacking me. And then he said something about, I'm trying to attack all the people that's actually doing something. I started laughing. What have these jokers did that's so great that would make me be embarrassed of any video that I have up against them? I mean, please tell me so that I can start taking my videos down. Because I should feel embarrassed about having these videos against these people. If they are doing so much, and I've said that they are doing so little, then prove to me what they have did that's so much. You should be able to count it out by the dozens of things that they have already accomplished. that just doesn't benefit them, but benefits our society, because they claim to be public figures. They claim to be for the people. They claim to love the people. How can you love someone, but you're not doing anything for them that they can use to change their own life? Now, I see what they are doing for you. Your life is changing because the more money that you get, the less you have to worry about paying your bills, the less you have to worry about living, period, because they are taking care of you. You understand? But then what about the person that has given you that money? What about when they find themselves in a sticky situation? What can you give to them that will help them get out of that situation? You can give them nothing, because your whole scheme, straight from the beginning, had to do with money. It had nothing to do with helping the people. It had nothing to do as far as the people benefiting off anything that you involved yourself in. All of you out there that are against me, every last one of you are frauds. And you don't want people to listen to me because I'm telling the people the truth. And it hurts. It's hurting you emotionally, but more importantly, it's hurting your pockets. And this you won't have. So you are under the assumption that somehow that if you band together, you can get rid of me. But I'm here to tell you right now, I'm not going anywhere. I don't care how much you flag the videos. I don't care how much you flag the channel. Listen, this has happened so many times and I'm still here. I'm still here. And guess what? I didn't have to hire a lawyer to still be able to say that I'm still here. I didn't have to put on a huge theatrical performance in order to have my channel restored. You understand what I'm talking about? I didn't have to do that because you know why? Because I don't monetize. So when they terminate you, you just create another channel. Just like anybody else has did for years and years. But it's hard to start all back over when that AdSense stops. Because you used to making $2,000, $3,000 a month. Then all of a sudden when they terminate you, you're making $0 a month. You have to start all back over. Every subscriber has to resubscribe. And some just, they say to themselves, you know what, I'm not resubscribing. He's terminated, I'm done. And then they move on to another channel. This is why, and this is important, and I've said this time and time again, this is very, 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 very important. This is the reason that they don't fuck with websites. Each and every one of them could have had a website created by now. They don't mess with websites because they understand that people won't come to their website. I don't care how much they claim that they love Willie D or how much they claim that they love Tyreek Nasheed. When it comes to them leaving YouTube, that's it. They are done until they decide to return to YouTube. This is why they are willing to hire lawyers and fight for their channels, ladies and gentlemen. It's because of money, and also that leads to money. The people won't pay any attention to them unless they are on YouTube. YouTube is what they love. And if you are a part of YouTube, then they'll pay you some attention. You leave YouTube and you establish your own website thinking that all these people are going to come to your fucking website, you have lost your mind. This is why they haven't done it. You understand? Now, some of them, they have websites on the side, but they still rely on YouTube. As a matter of fact, YouTube is the reason why they make any money at all. And they know it. This also should give you something that registers inside your mind. Something else that registers inside your mind. YouTube has more power than people really realize. They hold your financial future in their hands. All they have to do is shut the whole platform down right now and say, you know what? We're going to start over with a different platform. YouTube is out. It would destroy you niggas, man. You niggas would be committing fucking suicide. You'd be jumping off fucking buildings. Yes, you. And the ones that was too chicken to commit suicide, you'd be robbing liquor stores and shit. And moving on to other scams and schemes, you know. Because this is what you have did all your life. You have relied on some scam or scheme or someone to take care of you. But everybody else, the normal people, a long time ago, they established themselves by being able to take care of themselves. See, these people tell you this and they tell you that, and they make you feel that they are above you somehow. They make you feel like they are the celebrity and you are the audience, but it's the other way around. I'm telling you. 90% of these damn bums don't even have an education. Just because they say that they do, don't mean that you believe them, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling 90% of them didn't even graduate high school. 90% of them didn't even graduate high school. 90% of them hasn't worked a job ever in their life. They have been relying on somebody or something to take care of them all of their lives. And this is why they put so much into this. They're willing to fight for this. And there's something else that this SupaSly bastard said that made no sense. He said, why am I fighting against them when they only making pocket change? And so it don't make no sense to have a crusade against them if the only thing that they'll ever make is pocket change. So I should just leave them alone because they won't be millionaires. Well, you know what? You just gave the best example of a question that I want to ask you and everybody else. Then why are they doing it then? If they have an understanding that they will never be millionaires by continuing to do this and involve themselves in the AdSense program and begging for money, then why are they riding so hard for pocket change? Why? Just give it up and walk away, but then do what you claim that you love, giving people information. Just leave money totally out of it. If what you are doing is so important, money shouldn't have anything to do with it. Money shouldn't make decisions for you. But as Willie D has said often, and other YouTubers, if you don't give me a certain amount of money, I'll terminate my channel. They let you know right then, you know what? It's all about the money. And it always has been about the money, ladies and gentlemen. It has nothing to do with giving you information. It has nothing to do with the love of Black Americans. But it has everything to do with, you know what? I need to make a living, and you are going to help me do it. And if you don't, I'll take something away that you love. They actually think that you love their channel so much that you are willing to give them anything that they want just so that they can continue giving you this bullshit? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. You're better than this. What are they actually giving you? A YouTube video and you falling head over heels over a YouTube video? For them repeating information that you have heard 10 times over. See, it's niggas like this SupaSly75 character, man, that really proved my point over and over and over and over again. And as I said, he's monetizing and, you know, he has these hopes and dreams that he won't allow you to hear. But he has these hopes and dreams that his channel will escalate to a higher point and then he'll be making more money. Well, I'm here to tell him and everybody else with these same hopes and dreams, it's not going to happen. It's just like you said, the only thing that you'll ever make is pocket change. So why invest your time into it? Why? If you know that you won't make anything past the pocket change, like you mentioned in the video about me, then why involve yourself in it in the first place? You're just wasting time. Contradiction after contradiction after contradiction. And then he had the nerve to say that he is one of the few that's bringing the truth to the people. Get the fuck out of here, man. How much truth have you brought to the people that has produced change within our society? You know what? You will never be able to answer that because the answer to it is zero, nothing. Nothing. So how much truth are you giving them? Truth should render results, nigga. Truth should render results. Truth shouldn't just be told and then nothing happens. Truth just shouldn't be told for 20 years and then you have nothing to show for it. Truth just shouldn't be told for 20 years and everybody been listening to it and donating money and then shit getting worse. Makes no sense, man. You are a part of the problem. And until you admit that, until you just admit everything that I just said, I'm telling you, man, you are going to continue being a part of the problem. You will hold this society back. But you don't mind because you're selfish, because it's all about the money in the first place. It never was about the people. So stop saying that, oh, I'm giving so much truth and I'm the only one that's dedicated. Now, dedication has nothing to do with money or for any other reason that would continue them on. You understand what I'm talking about? They would happily and gladly do it without the money. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't have involved money in the first place. With money comes problems. You understand what I'm talking about? With money comes problems. You know, you niggas, man, I'm telling you, you make it so obvious. You make my job way too easy. You expose yourselves every video that you decide to create. So continue creating these videos, continue proving me right, and people will continue listening. And hopefully, one day soon, all of you will be terminated off YouTube. And I hope that comes sooner than later, because you are a part of the problem. You are delaying our progress. You really are. You're selfish ass niggas that only care about money. You're trying to find ways to have people look at you as legitimate. You're not legitimate. You have no legitimacy whatsoever about you. It's all about the money for you. That's why you can never take my challenge. You can never walk away from it. If it's about the people, then walk away from the money permanently. SupaSly75. I guarantee you, you'll come back with something slick. Well, see, you know, all I'm doing is just getting paid for my time. Walk away from it. Don't try to come up with an excuse. Walk away from it if it's really and truly about the people. And you claim to be giving them important truth, then walk away from the money. Prove to the people, prove to yourself, you know what? I can walk away from this because it is about the people. I'm calling you out. As well as everybody else out there, I'm calling them out too. Walk away from the money. Unmonetize all your videos and stop begging for money. And don't monetize any in the future, but continue doing what you have been doing in quantity and in quality. I can guarantee you, you won't respond to that, will you? Because that means you have to leave the money behind. But you'll come with a slew of excuses. Oh, I shouldn't have to do that, and I'm not going to do that. He just want me to stop monetizing, and I ain't got nothing to prove because people know me. Yeah, people know that you've been monetizing since the beginning. So is it truly about the people, or is it about monetizing? You have an opportunity now to prove to yourself and your people, your audience members, and everybody else that it's about them. It's about the truth instead of money, by walking away from it. If you don't, nigga, don't ever mention me again.